Hello there and welcome to another MiniGuard 951 3D pixel art tutorial, and today I'll be showing you a character from it's either Chinese or Japanese cartoon, Grendizer. Grendizer, something like that. Is that like, if you type that in, I'll leave it in the description. You'll see it's an old sort of Chinese, Japanese sort of cartoon. So yeah, if you're not sure, please check out the cartoon and then come back and build this, and you'll see what I mean. Right, we're back. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to build this. So what we want to do is a row of 3 here, like that. Then cut out the corners, do a row of 3 here, and a row of 3 here. That's the start of him. So on the front of the first middle bit of your black, you want a red, and then you want your light blue. And so from the light blue, what you want to do is run it round that red block that we've just placed. And then from there we'll run this up. I'm not sure how many for now. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. Then what we can do is come around to the side of the foot. So this bit here will be your 2x2 square, so it'll end up with something that looks like that. Then you bring it in, and then this bit would come up as well, but it'll be a bit shorter. So what we could do is continue the pattern as what we did on that side here. So bring that out 1. You can see it all sticks up pretty nicely. This will run up to roughly about the same length as what you did with the other ones. And then at the back you should do 1, 2, 3, and then that, and that. That looks about right for his leg. It's quite a simple leg for this. It's quite a robot looking character, but I saw a picture of this and I thought you guys would actually love this, so I'm going to build it for you. Leave in the comment below if you know when the new Halo texture mashup pack will be coming out. I'd be much appreciated to find out, because I'm sure that's going to be quite a decent sort of looking pack, that one. Right, what we could do is bring it out here and out. So you've done 2 down and then 2 across this way. Then from here you can bring it down here, so you end up with something that looks like that. And that would be the start of his leg. So then what you can do is off of here you get your dark blue and you do a 2x2 square, so it's diagonal. So if we're looking from this side, you should see something like that. Then go diagonal back here, and this will be the back of your robot, but we'll just do a 2x2 square for now. That's looking alright. So then from here we're going to do this slightly different. We're going to bring this forward, so it's just a 2x3. It's a rough shape of his body at the minute. It's not a majorly massive looking body on this one. So what you could do is fill this bit in here, and I think that bit there. And you want 2 bits of light blue here. So you should end up with something that looks like that. So what we can do, in fact, bring it down to there, and then we'll get the white, and then from this bit here you place 2 white directly next to the 2 you've done there. Then what we could do is go down diagonal here, and then behind this will all be filled in like that. So you should end up with a pattern like that for the minute. In fact, what we could do is probably run this all the way round, like so. And then what I'm going to do is come to here, go back another row, and do like a backwards L, so it comes down and around. So it should sit like that, and that should be roughly on the floor. That looks pretty good for his back leg, so what we could do is just fill in that block, and then from there you want your light blue again for his other leg. You do a 2x2 square. On the next one you want to bring it up and around so it's slightly bigger than the actual rest of the leg. This will be flat, this side, and then we'll go back to the outside again. So from this block here you want to go 5 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So roughly about there. And then what you can do is just fill all this bit in with your light blue all the way around. Like that. Yeah, so that looks nice. You don't really need to fill in the bottom one unless you're going to do it up on the platform. But then if you're going to do that, remember this last block here would be red. So now what we can do here is a strange sort of type looking foot here. So we come out 2 at the side here. Then this one here will go up 2. Bring this all the way across, find the middle block and put black. Same with this side again, so what you want to do is come out here 2. And then this one will be flat. So you'll end up with something like that for the foot. It's quite a misshaped foot, there's no sort of symmetricalness to it. But yeah, there we go, there is the foot complete. So we've done both feet and the legs. As you can see, he's doing like a kneeling sort of pattern, this model here. Right, so what we can do now is come up to the top here, get your white out, and then on top of the one you've just done, you want 2 by 2 here, 3 across the front, 2 by here even, we'll get it right. 1 at the front. In fact, you can do this all the way around for now to there, making sure you leave off this corner side like we did with the row below it. Starting to take shape. In fact, what we can do is, that's about right, yeah, that looks right to me. This row here, in fact, we can just bring across like that. That looks better. Right, so what we can do here is from this row here, make sure it sticks out 1 either side with your dark blue. You can do that twice. On this side you want it flat, and this side you'll have it sticking out 1. Because of obviously the way the arms are posed, you'll see how this is going to work. Bring it up 1 here. This bit here will be white, and then this bit will be a blue. So you see these 2 bits are sticking out. Then what you want to do is 2 here like that of your dark blue, and then once again you want your white sticking out here, and then probably 1 up there. In fact, we'll put 1 there as well, because you'll see why in a minute. We'll fill this bit in. So that's the back of him taking shape. We'll quickly go to bed and do the rest of this in the morning. So we'll get back to it. So what we can do is go to the back again. In fact, we'll go to the front for now. We'll bulk up the front a bit. It seems a bit thin at the front. So what we can do is come down to this row of white, blue either side with a red in the middle, and then you can do a red T just like that. And then what I'm going to do is from the side here, going to make it come out so I can fit the arm in. So bring it up 2, out 1, and then up 1 like so. And then I'm going to bring this back to about there, so it sits roughly just 1 short of that white you've placed. And then this bit here, you could probably fill that in, but for now we'll leave it, because that's where the arm is going to start. Behind this red we'll have a blue, so that fills that in nicely there. And from this bit you can bring this bit round and that, so from the bottom you end up with that sort of pattern. Right, and then what we can do is, I'm a bit confused here. You can fill this bit in, and on this bit here will be the start of your arm. So I'm just going to place a white there. In fact, we'll do a white 2 by 2 square so I can not forget it. And then come back on this corner, do another 2 by 2 square. So that's pretty much his arm done. Let me just come around to the front of the body. So from here, what you can do is another L. So you can come bring it out like that. and then on top here you can have a white here, and then this bit will come across and meet at the front. I think it'd be the same both sides, but I may remove this side for the minute. I think that's probably about right. Sticks out one there, that goes there. It's looking pretty decent. I know it's not really looking pretty much like a robot at the minute, but once it's done you'll see how it looks. And as I say, I quite like this model. Quite picky about the models that I build and the ones I actually like. But this one, I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. So we'll do 3 there, 2 rows of 3. And then on the third one, the last one here, bring it out 1 there and 2 down here. So what we can do then is from this one, I'm just going to do a rough one, rough sort of shape for the arm. So you want your 1 there, come down 3 and then in 1. And this is just giving me sort of like a sort of texture to go along when I'm actually building the arm. So as you can see, I kind of want it to come back like this. So it's got the main shape of it now. We're just going to try fill it in and bulk it up a bit. So 2 here with your blue. Then what you can do is come down to this red here, do your 2x3. So it sits down to there. And these are going to act as his fingers on this one. So you come round to the back and then add another 2 here, just under the red. And then if you come up to where the red is here, this will run up to here. And then from here you'll be your 2x2 square with 1 sticking up. In fact, we'll have 2 sticking up so it meets up nicely with the top. As you can see, the arm's slowly becoming a lot bigger than it was. So then what we can do now is from here add another 2, and this will act as his actual hand and fingers. Because then what you can do is bring this out 2 and then down 1, and that'll be acting as his thumb for this model. So then from here what we can do is have the red running down, and so it meets up nicely there. Right, it's looking pretty decent. So we've got 2 there. In fact, kind of feel like I've done this slightly wrong. Take out this row here and then move it back a row actually. So it sits there. That looks a bit better. Confused me there for a minute. I was just wasn't sure what was going on. So that looks about right. That all lines up nicely there. Right, I think that is his arm complete there. As you can see, it's in almost like he's about to run off somewhere. It's looking good. It's looking good. So now what we can do, we'll go around to this side here and do the exact same sort of thing as what we were doing on the other side. So you fill this row in here, so from the bottom you'd see it like that. So then what you can do is come to this white and you want a blue diagonal down from that white there. As you can see, it's got that nice sort of run round which goes round the arm there, so we'll do another 2. Fill in that one because you won't see that for now. As you can see, it's brought it out nicely to start the arm. So what I'm going to do is get my white, and in here I'm going to do my 2x2 square, so you end up with something that looks like that. And then on this corner I'm going to do like a fallen over T, so come down 3 and find the middle and stick it out 1 at the front. So when you've done that, you can then bring it down and out, so it looks like that for the white. And then what we can do is start the actual hand on this one. So from here we want a 2x2 square so it sticks out like that, and then make it sure it drops down one side there. So if you were looking for the back, you'd have the 2 sticking out, this bit would come down and around, and you'd have a light blue in there. Then what you can do is, remember we're from the back here, find this light blue and you bring it down 3, I can't get there. There we go. 3 and then across 1. So you can see like that, and then from this floor you do 2, so it comes back from there. Right, so this bit here will mostly be the base of your foot. So we come round to the front, we're going to have to bulk it up again. In fact, what we'll do is we'll come to the side. So for his hands, you go to this row of 3 reds, bring it out another 2, and then up 1. So you leave a gap in the middle, which you're then going to fill in with the blue. And then a blue here, because you'll be covering that light blue from the front. In fact, what you could do is probably make that into an L. So this bit here will then be filled in, so the red comes all the way across. And then actually up here. Right, now for the actual hand. It's quite a simple hand. We're not going to go too much into detail with this. So we'll do a row of 3 here. Then bring it out, wrap it round. 1 out here. Bring it back, do your 2x2 square. It's looking the part, so then we could just fill this in here so it comes out 1. Another 1 here, I think. Bring this out again. Take that off. Yeah, it looks about right. So we use that for his hand. I'm going to take that one out, I think. Yeah, it looks about right. So we're going to use that for his hands. So you see his hands on the floor. It's quite a simple hand. And then we've got 1 at the back here. He's almost taking shape. Now we're just going to do the back bit that joins the neck to the head. So as we come to the back where we started off earlier, so from this you can fill in this row here. There we go. Get it? It's quite fiddly. The next one you can bring it up 1 so it joins up right there. So from the back that's what you should see at the minute. Then what we can do is go diagonal here and diagonal here, removing the blocks at the back, and then put a white in the middle there. So from this bit here, what we could do is run this forward a couple. In fact, we'll do it 3 for now. It's possibly going to be more. So once you've done that, we can get the reds, put 1 there, and then bring it up and do a row of 2. As you can see, starting to take shape. Then what we could do is go down diagonal twice, there and there with your reds. And we'll continue the face in the morning. Right, here we go. We're back again. We're going to do the face. So what we could do is come to this reds. And then you want white back. So it's 1 back from the diagonal reds you've done. So it sticks up. You should end up with something that looks like that. Now underneath this red we'd have white, and now it's time to add a bit more colour to it. So we're yellow here and here. I mean, you could use gold blocks, but it's totally up to you. I normally use gold if I'm honest, but for today I'm going to actually use the actual yellow wool, which is a bit of a strange thing for me, but there we go. Right, so now what we can do is from this white here, you want to go down 2 with your orange, and then 2 back with your actual yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, 2 back with your actual orange, and then what you could do is probably fill that in like that. So we'll do that for now because most of it would be covered up. So you could do your 2x2 square here with it sticking out 1 at the end. It's looking good. It's looking good. So then what you can do is, before you start doing the rest of this, fill this in so it comes down to the white and goes forward so it meets up just as yellow. And the same with this one, bring it down, out, down, so it just runs round the colour pattern that you've just put there. Right, now to give it a bit more colour, so we want yellow like that. Stick it out 1 here, and once you've done that you can stick it up at the edge. Gives it almost like a horn sort of effect. the same thing again, row of 3, one at the bottom, one sticking out the top, and there. So we'll end up with something like that. As you can see, his face is really starting to take shape now. What we then can do is from here we'll put a light blue, and that'll act as like his nose. And now time to do his face. Well, I say face, it's more like a mask on this model. So from here you can bring your grey, making sure it all missing a white here, blue even. So making sure your face all comes up. We want a row of 3 here. This bit here where you've done your grey, we'll bring the blue down, so it comes down 1 here and the same here. Should end up with something that looks like that for the side of his face at the minute. What I'm going to do is do the front, because this kind of confused me a little bit here. So we'll get grey underneath the light blue, do a row of 3, and then come down another 2 here, and that'll be his mask. So from behind that you want to come down 2 directly behind it, and then underneath here we'll do another row of 2 like that, and that looks pretty good. So you fill that bit in, fill that bit in, and the same with this. So you just fill a row of 2 here and then 1 there. As you can see, that is pretty much his face done. Now we just have a quick fly around to make sure it's all complete. What you can then do is come to the inside here and just fill these bits in so you won't see that. And then a blue which would go all the way across here. And that is it. That is your model complete. Take out them ones there, in fact. And there we go. There is your one complete model. I hope you like this tutorial. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, help the channel grow. Right, take care, goodbye.